Oh, that's so hard because I loved so many of them, if not literally every single one of them. I think New York was so special because it was my first sold out show ever. And LA was so special because I was so nervous about it and I had really low expectations, unfortunately, and it like blew me out of the water. It was like one of the best nights of my life. Ooh, really cool question. I think creativity certainly can strike at any moment. A really unique, cool idea can kind of hit you at any moment, at any time. But I think what allows you to execute that idea is the discipline that goes into, working out your creative mind as much as you possibly can. I did heatless curls. I'm kind of obsessed. So I wrapped my hair right after I sent that picture on Twitter. I could have kept it longer, but I only had so much time. Releasing my debut album for sure. There's so many different small moments in the year, even though it's like a weird year, but there are small moments with my music that brought me so much happiness. I also think the release party was awesome. It's so funny. I feel like I wasn't able to enjoy it as much as I wanted to, but I'm still so proud of the party and happy with how it turned out and just happy that we had a celebration for the album. Cam, hi. I was supposed to see somebody and the plans changed. And so the whole concept, no pun intended, really came from that. The first verse, the pre-chorus and the chorus all came together so fast. And then before Portland, it actually wasn't finished yet, I was scrambling to finish it because I knew I wanted to show it during that show. And so I was in LA for a couple of days, went to my keyboard and finished it. Honestly, some moments were great. Some moments were brutal. There was one song where I couldn't finish it because I fully lost my voice and I was getting a bit emotional. I feel like it's funny, the most emotional parts of the album, which I think are the interludes, those are my favorite to record, weirdly. I don't know. I think it was so cathartic to finish them and write them and actually be building them rather than them just living in my head. So the interludes were some of my favorite parts to work on. But it was a lot making this album. I love this question, and it literally changes all the time. I think I love Act 2 a lot. Act 2 right now I love the two interludes in Act 2. I love the songs in it. I love how it flows together. So Act 2 is definitely up there, but then I do also love Act 5 a lot. I mean, I can't say anything yet. I love her. Absolutely. I would love to collab with her. She's so freaking talented. Such a good question. I feel like those two songs are definitely about different things, so it didn't make sense to put them in the same act. But I do feel like they're related. And, part of the breakdown that's talked about in Crazy to Think, I think is inspired by what is talked about in Have I Reached My Peak. So I want to show that they were related without necessarily putting them in the same act, if that makes any sense. Ooh, good question. So the episode in season 2 where Austin and Allie finally get together. So it's after they finally have their first kiss, and they perform You Can Come to Me. That episode was fully rewritten. It was a totally different episode. There's a few reasons why it was fully rewritten. And I think a lot of people would agree that what we ended up doing. I'm so happy. It's such a great episode. But there were definitely some things in the episode before it was written out that I really liked. And I can't remember them right now. Okay, I feel like I can't really count this, but I have just recently gone to Paris for the first time because it was my layover for going to Malta. So I've been to the airport and it was nice. Well, today it's definitely been this because I've missed you guys and I love you all so much. I love this question. Love, because I find it fascinating. I find the more personal I get, the more specific I get with personal details in my life, the more relatable it is, which I find both astonishing but also logical. Because I think, yes, people might not be able to relate with the exact details of where I am and what location is happening, but the feelings, I think that we all feel, it's what connects us all. And I think the more honest you can be about your personal feelings and what you're going through, it can be surprising how many people are going through the same thing. I can't believe you just asked this question because I'm literally rereading it right now. Okay, so here's the thing. A lot of my time, or part of my time, the past few months have been like trying to fully get rid of as many things as possible, and just like really simplify what I have and reorganize everything. So with that said, I don't know how to properly do this. This is my room. There's really not much happening. I do want to properly decorate. I will say I just cleaned up, I have my like blanket here. I just cleaned up my little jewelry section, and I think it's like quite nice. Hi, iPad. That's a little like essential oil thing that I'll show you how it works one day. Ooh, I think that things affect me quite deeply. A variety of things, but I wouldn't say that I cry very easily. In some ways, sometimes I like have gotten too good at stopping myself from crying. But I think I get affected quite easily by things. Does that make sense? I love both of those songs. My favorite changes all the time. I know I always talk about Someday because I love Someday so much. But I also love Can't Keep Waiting a lot. Powerless, Bad Time, Good Time. I love Collateral Damage. I love the whole album. My dream would be able to provide, either give or sell physical CDs on some sort of tour, whether it's like a meet and greet tour or a singing tour, because I miss it so much. But I think I'd want to do it like on a full tour, not just like one stop for one city, if that makes sense. But I would absolutely love to put it out on a CD so much. It would have to probably be 2 CDs, I think, because there's so many songs. But yeah, maybe, I can't say for sure that's going to happen one day, but it's definitely something I've thought about and continue to think about so often. Ooh, great question. I don't know if I'm able to answer this within a minute. I'd say the starting point was when I was very young, when I started writing songs. First one I really remember, besides a song I wrote for a family member, is called Bye Bye /YY. And the hook was, you're the one who said bye bye. I was the one who said YY. You're the one who said bye bye, but now you're saying YYY. Really loved seeking revenge after someone has hurt me. I would say some memorable stops would be definitely doing Austin Alley. I mean, that for sure jump-started any connection I possibly could have had for music. I mean, definitely when I was at either one of the labels I was at, and then deciding to go independent, my debut album release for sure. And I don't think I've hit the destination yet. So who knows? I loved the chocolates. Like, oh my goodness. Second of all, yes, the person that Love Feelings About has heard the song and was one of the first people to hear the song and had the best reaction to it. Okay, first of all, I love you so much. Second of all, Out Loud. I'm really excited about Out Loud. I just have so many thoughts about it. I have so many thoughts about how to do the interludes as well, which I think could be really fun. Let's see. Also Can't Keep Waiting. I love that song. And Good For Me. Good For Me, I think, is going to be really fun to perform. Ooh, definitely excited for some acting projects next year. I'm really excited to see what this current chapter of music brings, / what the next chapter of music is for me. I'm excited to kind of like take a moment and continue to celebrate this album with you guys, reflect on so many different things. I think taking some time to really feel everything, which is what the whole album is about, I think is really important for me right now. And I'm really like wholeheartedly excited about it. I love you all so much. Ooh, good question. I try to see as many as I possibly can, especially TikToks and videos that are using the sounds of my songs. But I also look to fans to either let me know some posts that I've missed, whether it's their post or their friends or other people they know. But I try to see as many as I possibly can. I love you all so much. Thank you all so much for participating and I was going to say tuning in. I don't know if that makes sense, but I truly cannot just tell you all how much I love you and I'm grateful for you. And there were some great questions today, so thank you. Even though I'm done answering questions on Instagram, I will be answering some questions for 10 minutes on YouTube under a certain music video that has, these are the emojis that gives the hint of the music video. I really can't speak coherent English anymore. So if you get it, I will be there for 10 minutes and then I might be in one other place after that, either on the Team Laura account or my own account. We'll see how well I can figure things out. But I'll be here very soon.